Hi everyone. I am recording this live, but it's not public. But I might just do that this one, and I might be okay for the next one. Yeah, I just basically wanted to see what I like better, just for today, just because I'm um tired. Like I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, the plan of going live last night and then going live today, because what I've said about what other people have said to me is if you start watching one of my lives, especially one like that, just because it was so intense, there was a lot of heal. There's always healing going on in everything I do, but that was potent. And I could be getting messages coming in. It wasn't ending juicy for me. It was my bank reminder thing. But because you wouldn't have heard that, I just got a text there. But you better check your text, Love Island. Oh, I wonder when that's coming back on again. That'll be coming on again soon. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that didn't work out. But again, that's what I teach people. It's messy action, right? The whole point of I've been instructed to do it at 444 and 555. So I'll meet the 555 one, but I was like, look, I can't do 444. I was eating my bagel at that time. Do you know what I mean? I'd no long. I kept trying to get up and I couldn't get up, and it's because of what I said about other people have said to me. It was the craziest thing. Like I watched the replay of your live, and I was watching it till like 5 or 6 in the morning. Like I couldn't stop watching it, and I know what you mean, right? Because I'm the same, and it's because of the healing. Now I have to watch it back, but I can watch it. I could watch it back in stages. Sometimes I do that, but most times I do just choose to watch it on a runner to title it. But it's not just to title it. It's to do with the healing. It's hard to explain, but like because that's what I mean. Like everything I do is an activation, and all I know is they want me to be live all this week, and there's never no reason for that. It's like whenever I get guided to do the Fuck It Let's Go challenge, it's never just about what I say that's for, which is to help you with, you know, wherever you're stuck, basically. Procrastination, stalling, taking action on things, like being a bit braver with your life, loving yourself more, just all the things that I teach, boundaries. It really just depends what we're doing. And I will be, like I said last night, I will be doing that again at some point. It'll either be exclusive to the membership, and I'm going to do it through Zoom or something, I think, or um, I don't know. I'll update you on whatever that is, but I think some of it will be in public because it's just there needs to be, but it's just I'd probably want to ask if the people were actually going to get involved because that is so taxing on my energy, like more than anything else I've done. Whenever I do that challenge, it takes so much of my energy, and I mean, and it's brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? If there's people, if people buy things at the end of it, especially some of my bigger packages and stuff, or really any of the sessions, but that's not what it's about. It's about helping people. But it's for the amount of energy when I've done it the past times, like there was a few times I've done it and there weren't any sales at it, and it's too much on top of everything else I do. I'm being brutally honest. But that's so Capricorn. It's very, again, I opened up the space like I do with anything else. And this is, we're talking about money. We're talking about, new earth abundance. We're talking, and remember, when I say we're talking about money, I don't talk about and teach about money and abundance like a lot of other people do. Um, if it resonates kind of thing, you can just see, but it's like I keep saying, it's more my white buffalo calf woman guide that comes in when I'm teaching about new earth and abundance, like usually like on a Capricorn moon, which is success, goals, that's definitely about money. Like I've said before, anyone with strong Capricorn placements are usually quite ruthless when it comes to business. And I just got a really good business mindset. Like I've helped loads of people. Um, like when I've actually looked at their charts, I've been like I remember like vividly actually, there's one person I'm thinking of. It was like I just saw that she was meant to be helping people with like New Earth businesses and stuff. And that was years ago, by the way. So this is how much I could see in the future. That was like almost, what are we in? If we're in, yeah, that must be like 8 years ago or something, 7, 8 years ago or something. So that's how much I could see in the future. Like I just know that there's going to come a time when we're not. the world doesn't revolve around money like it does now. So, use your money wisely and, however works for you right now, but also be kind to people and be grateful and don't make your world revolve around it. And be careful what you're doing with things like Bitcoin and whatever else. I don't know how any of that shit works. I just know I don't trust it. I've just never liked the feeling of any of it, and I trust that. I know it fluctuates. I've gathered that much. It goes up and down and shit like that. But yeah, anyway, whatever. Some of you will be an expert on that, so maybe you could educate me on that in a session if we're talking or whatever. So, tell me I'm wrong kind of thing. It's like I just saw that thing flash up in my mind's eye about like, convince me otherwise. Basically, you're not gonna. Right. So, um, yeah. But the point is I'm here. I'm here. I'm recording it. I'm not recording it live. So sorry about that if you're wanting to catch the live stream. But I kind of feel like, I don't think anyone would be hanging around waiting for me. But if the thing is, if you are, the next time I go live, let me know that you would have caught me live. And it's just that it's 1717. That's very the star card times two. Yesterday it was I mentioned the tower card times two. It's actually right now because it's the seventh. It's 71717. Wow, that feels really significant. Like I've mentioned before, there's quite a few people I'm connected to, either in my personal life or professionally, that have either your birthday's like 17/7 or you've got people connected to you that are. It does seem to be quite a number that people are connected to here. Right, so yeah, let's get into this. I didn't want it to be God, I've spoke for 10 minutes. Again, it's although it's like tea time right now, this is like me kind of coming to waking up a little bit, and that's what I'm trying to sort out. And obviously, I didn't get out my walk. I'm still wearing my jammies from last night. I've just decided I'm going to film these. I'm going to have my client, and then I'll have my bath and relax. So I'll be able to. I'm just trying to think. I'll be able to switch off by yeah, because that person actually needs to go and do something quite sharp. So, aye, don't worry about me. I'll be in my bath by just after 7:30, and that suits me. And if I could go to sleep at a reasonable time, that'd be great. But I can't see. I'm going to have to drag myself out for a walk tomorrow, though. So pray for me, please. Pray for me, and I'll pray for you, whatever you need. But that was, yeah, no regrets. I absolutely loved that last night. So as you saw me saying to Heather, please don't apologise when that happens. Like you can see, even when it's really difficult stuff that's coming up, the feeling you get from helping people like that is better than any kind of money, And I'm being generally saying it like that. I'm serious. It's And then obviously it's just even better when that, imagine, even when that is a paid session. It kind of reminds me that I felt the same about when I worked in nurseries. I remember the first nursery I ever worked in. See what I mean? I'm talking about work and money and this is quite interesting. But the first nursery I ever worked in, and I'm going to go with this, um, I'm going to just stop myself right here as I'm saying this. It's because I d there's a few things, right? It's because I'm a Sagittarius moon and like, and I do attribute it to that bit. It's like we're good storytellers. And shamans are about storytelling too, so that's why there's always a story. And with me particularly, they get me to use, you'll notice if you're new, they get me to use a hell of a lot of my own experiences, which is frowned upon in mediumship. But again, mediums out there, if you're old school, I respect the way that you do it, but I'm not just a medium. I'm a medium in lots of other things, including a shaman. And basically, I do things the way that I'm guided to do it. And also, Aries is about that I am. If you're in the shadow side of that, it can be about the ego, but it's like it's about your own using your own experiences to help other people. So that, what I mean, I know that that's basically just the way I'm meant to do things. I'm very raw and real, very vulnerable, and but because I've healed a lot of my own stuff, it's like I said, they never allow me to say anything that like again throughout all the 10 years that I've been doing you recorded videos and then live streams when they first came out years ago now. Um, yeah, I just have that level of trust. And again, that's what I'm able to help other people, to develop that when yourself. But yeah, see, I mean, it's all, I get what they're doing. It's all kind of work stuff here. Coaching as well, because Aries Moon is very much like coaching energy. And if you don't know that, I'm a transformational life coach as well. It's just that's a bit mouthy to say that, isn't it? But I do, coaching is really weaved in everything I do. And I've actually, done a lot of stuff around career coaching and stuff too. I was actually going to look over some of my stuff over that before I done this, but anyway, I'll do that at some point. So just so that people know all of this. But I just weave it all in and do it all in my own way. And I'm going to be doing a lot of interactive stuff on the channel soon too. I'm just, trying to wake myself up throughout the next sort of week or two before I get into that. So I think that, so, oh yeah, what I was going to say there is the first nursery I ever worked in, I couldn't believe that I was getting paid for looking after these babies because I just love babies and I love children in general. And I also do healing work with children and your inner child. Um, But actually, that just shows you how innocent I really was, even at that young age. I'm just trying to think. I wasn't that when I first started in a nursery. I was actually 19. Um, Maybe I was 18, 19, 18, 19. Um, and the woman I worked with was really, she was, I was going to say strict or tough. What I mean is she was quite full on with like the way that she trained you. But I've been so grateful for that, like my whole entire life, because I'm just trying to think, I only worked there like a year, or maybe it was less than a year. But I'm coming round to sort of saying that I was so innocent to think that, oh wow, like I'm doing this thing that I love and I get to look after babies and I'm getting paid for it. But I was actually getting taken advantage of because it's in Scotland anywhere, I think it's in the UK as well. I think they still do it. I don't know if it'd be as bad, but I was actually working full-time hours and I was only getting paid £75 a week. So I don't know what that is in dollars, but I think we could all work out that's not very much. Um, and yeah, there's a lot more things that I could say about that, but that's basically the gist of it, right? So I was getting paid fuck all. Could you imagine like trying to actually be a teenager and have a life like that? It was a nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare. Um, so that's why, I couldn't sustain that. I had to then go somewhere else. I had to go to another nursery and get a job, and basically all these nurseries that I worked in around these ages were fucking horrendous, to be honest. You know, some nice people I worked with, some not so nice basically, and most of that being the management. Um, but yeah, amazing experiences with the children and like loads of lovely parents and stuff like that. And but I'm just giving you a bit of a brutal reality of what it was like. Obviously I'm 40, so this was like 20 years ago. But it probably wouldn't have changed very much, unfortunately. Um, and but yeah, anyway, that first nursery I worked in. That was because that woman was brutal. She's like something like a multi-millionaire or something, or a millionaire anyway. And yeah, she was just being really, really stingy. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, because there was an opportunity for someone to there's two people that were taken on as whatever you call it, an intern or something. Can't remember that's what you call it, eh? Like, and because the other person was older than me and she thought, well, I can't get away with like paying her that anymore. Like, I'm going to have to. So basically, she got paid properly, like as a full-time job. And this woman was trying to keep me on as it, and I was like, no, wait a minute, I've been working here for a year, and I'm who the hell could live off of that? Like I was only doing it, because you did like it's really interesting. I'm like, this is so weird. I watched I watched a film called The Intern just the other night there. And I'd never heard it before. It's just basically it's like The Wedding Crashers because it's got the same two actors. And it was actually, it was really funny. It was quite, I don't know if I'd watch it. No, I probably would watch it again because it was really funny. Um, but it was basically about that, like they get a job at Google with a means to an end, hoping that they actually get the paid job. Um, so yeah, that actually makes me angry and I think about it. So because I've went into that story and now I'm going to have to put more time on the timer. I meant these to be shorter, but I'm enjoying recording this, so I'll just got it. Um, this is what I mean about you see, because I'm doing this and nobody can. chat to me. It's like, although I love doing that, sometimes it's good to do it this way so that these wee stories can come through, you know what I mean? And there's not the pressure. Like, although, like I said, I'll just go by my mood. That's what I'll do. I'll go by my mood. And like we've discussed yesterday, I think it'll help the algorithm if I'm live, even if I'm not public. So we'll see. Let me know when I am live and you can in public. If you got the notification, that'd be helpful. Because that is, I was about to say worrying, but it's no worrying. I know that they do that. They really heavily shadow ban me and shit like that. It's not fair, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to sit about and moan about it. I just have to keep going. Um, so again, it would be great if you were looking to book a session if you do that to keep me going and to keep me motivated and or get involved with the live streams if you're not in a place to book the session and stuff. Watch the videos, share the videos with people that need it, and blah blah blah, all that. And thank you if you do. And like the video. And you can't comment because the comments are off, but comment on the live stream when you're here if you can. Um, oh yeah, and before I forget to say, Connor, if you didn't see what I done yesterday, I did note down the time, so um I'll put in the community tab. I'll edit and put in the community tab, so just so that you know in case you didn't watch the end of that one. But um, yeah, so hopefully there might be something here. Hopefully not, but there might be something here about like bosses that take advantage or something like that, or financial abuse. If you think about it, because it was legal to do that at that time. I know it seems terrible that it is, and like I said, I don't know how it is now. Hopefully it's better, but they might not even do that at all. I really don't know. I've not worked in that field for ages. I don't miss working with people like that, but I do miss working with children because it's hilarious. There's never a dull moment. Like I said, when you work as a nursery nurse, probably a teacher too, but when you work as a nursery nurse, it's just for me anyway, I love it that much that I'm just like I've got so many memories, and I just feel like this is amazing that I get paid to do this. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I would do it for free, and that's the truth. Because, like I just told you, I practically did do it for free for a long time. Um, right. What am I going to use? Right. So I was going to use these question cards. A resource you're greedy for, and how you can reframe your greed. A healthy way you can indulge in your greed. One way you can let go of your greed for this resource. A way you can be generous. I will do that one, but I think I want to do this career. I want to do this one. My current career situation. Yeah, let's go with this. Right. So, mm, let's see. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna just feel into this, right? But oh yeah, and what I was saying, and I went off talking about something else. I bring my storytelling into it because it really is part of what I'm meant to do. Like that, if you know anything about shamanism, which I know lots of you do, and I know lots of you are, um, on the shamanic path as well. And it is about you just owning what is unique to you, and storytelling is that. So, like I said, feels a bit random, but it's kind of so different from what I do. But it's kind of like I was wanting these to be more succinct, but see what I mean? I have a plan, and then they change the plan, and I just find it quite funny. I go with the flow. I'm very divine feminine. I was about to say, like, it was like somebody said to me on a Zoom thing I was on once. It was like a thing my auntie got me. I've spoke about before. It was just that was actually about storytelling and stuff too, but it was more like myths and that. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it was interesting. But yeah, when I got put in a Zoom room with someone, the woman didn't know me. She didn't know I was a shaman or anything like that. But she said just by talking to me for 10 minutes, she was like, "It's really striking how fully embodied you are." And at first I was like, what does that mean again? But that actually is being in your divine feminine. It's someone that isn't afraid to actually just go with the flow and, just absolutely be who they are and be genuine and own it and not hide it. And that is who I am. I'm, yeah, fully in union with myself, my divine feminine, divine masculine. But even before I was like in inner union, I've always been very, what you see is what you get. So anyway, whatever that means to you. So like you said, that's what there are, because there are actually people that are called that, like an embodiment coach. And I suppose I'm not adding another label to what I do, but that's what do you get in a session? Well, you get like, because I'm really comfortable in my own skin. That's what depends if you look at it, that's what counselling therapy is, and definitely the type that I've trained in. It's about the calmness and the confidence and the connectedness. That sounds like a course or something that the therapist has with their selves. It's going to be a benefit to you when you're working with them. So really pay attention to what therapists and counselors you work with. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of shit ones out there. I'm just gonna be honest. There is. There's a shit person in every like. There's bad teachers. There's bad blah 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 healers, and you've got to don't just work with the first person you find because they've got impressive credentials. Um, what I mean? Like I've said before, and I'll keep saying it, I've got loads of credentials, so much so that I could actually have like, the letters after my name and all. Do I use any of that? No, I don't need to. People get a feel for me when they watch my videos. And you know what I mean? I don't care about people's certificates and blah 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 qualification. Couldn't care less. And that's New Earth vibes. I want to get a few. I'll when because again, like I don't make see with that. I absolutely love YouTube, and I'll watch somebody's video and I'll just like their energy. And there's some people I watch. I know the story actually isn't going to be me, but I just really like the personality and they're entertaining. And sometimes there's people I do watch that the stories absolutely do resonate scarily so that it feels like it was personal. So it's just, we'll all like somebody for different reasons. And yeah. Okay, right. Okay. Could you stop making me be so chatty though? Because I've got timers on and stuff, but I do want to film the other one at 5:55. So my current career situation. So these are career card, well, they're career colon, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what I keep saying, blah, blah, blah. We'll see what comes up, right? I'll just roll with it. There's ones about being like an oracle card reader and a builder, and it's quite funny actually. These but there's different random ones, so I'll just see how it flows. Give me somebody out there that needs this message. So when I say somebody, this could be for male, female, divine feminine, divine masculine. It can actually make sense to more than one person. We'll just see, or it could be like scarily like a personal reading. So we'll just see the current career situation. Could you tell me like someone's current what they currently do for a career or something that they want to do, and I'll work out what it is when the card comes out. Teaching. Like, teaching. When I just mentioned something about teachers, I said bad teachers, mind you, but that's what I'm doing right now. And look what she's doing, like in the card. It reminds me of that other deck of cards I've got, the John Holland ones, the Psychic Tarot or the Tarot of the Heart or something. Um, and on the Hierophant card, it is a woman teaching a class. And I'm like, look, that's like me teaching all of your inner childs, to like, take care of yourself, pay attention to your boundaries, bring yourself into their union, love yourself. But look, you inspire young people to learn. So isn't that amazing? Guys, again, it's not me, they're just delivering the message to me, but it is my stories, and that's what I'm saying. I could have really questioned why on earth am I going on about talking about this or that and blah 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 jobs I've done in the past. Well, it is about meant to be about. I've titled it right now. I might change the title. New Earth Activation, Abundance slash Career. So I think I better just leave that in the title. So whether you're actually in the career, wanting to change career, there's things you would love to do. This is for somebody that whether you realise it or not, if you're not doing it yet, you inspire young people to learn. But that you could also already be a teacher. Now you don't need to be a teacher at like nursery schools like what I was talking about, or I was a nursery nurse. I wasn't a nursery teacher because that's different, but you know what I mean? It's um childcare, you know what I mean? But you could be a teacher of anything. Like you could be like again, I'm a shamanic teacher, but you could literally be a teacher of anything, but it's got something to do with young people, or we could stretch it to people's inner child. What's in the back? Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. So there's something here coming in about your current career situation is you could have a really strong calling to help young people with something, you know, and it's like you're in an important point in your life where you're being really, really called to help. I mean, it's kind of like what they're flashing up in my mind here is, and when I'm itching my nose, that's love, one, and spirit coming in really strong. It's not a coincidence that literally the night before filming that yesterday, I was guided to a video. There's always videos like that because but you know what I mean. It was just quite interesting what I was guided to, and it was like a young guy that just must have just recently found out that he has ADHD, and I just knew that they were showing me it because it's like a lot of the male divine masculines or divine male divine feminines that are awakening to a higher calling, a purpose that they've got to teach people about something passionate that they're passionate about. Because again, like it's like you've got to be passionate about it, right? Because it's like I actually do that too with a lot of my personal sessions. Like I attract more so than not, I attract people that have got really anything like ADHD, autism, um, like what else? Like dyslexia, like dyspraxia, um, children with different things like this. Again, I don't like calling any of these things like disabilities or anything like that, but it is good to acknowledge that these are hidden disabilities, is what they get called, you know what I mean? And so you shouldn't just assume that because somebody looks like they've got it all together in that moment, you don't know what the rest of their days like or their life's like, you know what I mean? And that goes for things like depression and stuff and that as well. But but anyway, the point is, I feel they guided me to see that because it is the work that I do as well, and it's so much to the point where I've often considered I'm like, hang on a minute, am I actually meant to be going down the line of really making that more of a thing? Like I think I have had at some points that I've had an actual session that was like if you needed support with ADHD. So again, I might sort of unhide that again and make it. But I'm just saying it here that it's like if you do struggle with time management and stuff, it just matches with the coaching that I help people with in the therapy, like actually actually that's really interesting. The person I'm working with like in under an hour. I help that person with things like that, like it's that person struggles with quite similar things to me, but it's like the things that they struggle with, I'm able to help them, but like it's like that, and that is what people are like. We like these different sorts of. Again, they're all I don't like the labels, but these are real things that we struggle with, right? Like if you do. And like I've explained before, it's very complex and I can only help people one to one um on how it affects you. Like, whether you've actually been diagnosed or whether you're in the process of that or because like I've said before, a lot of trauma can appear as looking like symptoms of that. And but most of them, I'd say majority of the time you've got both, you know what I mean? So you just don't, we don't know. And that's why it is wise to be balanced about getting diagnosis, going down the proper route of diagnosis, but also being aware that don't be in victim mode about that. Because like I said, I have got a big long list of a lot of the things I've mentioned. And but I don't let that stop me, do I? Like, look at what I'm doing. I've been to that, and I'm not new to this. I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't let these roadblocks get in the way. I do have bad days, though. Like, believe it or not, I do have bad days. And again, I share a lot about that. It's and that's what I'm basically saying is I feel at some point they will get me to home in on that. Like, well, I suppose I'm doing it right now. But. Yeah, so it's just that it's so I think with how long I've spoke about that, I think it might be something about that, some kind of experience that you've had struggling as a child or a teenager or a young adult, um, and you're passionate about it and you've got a lot of experience. Don't overlook the fact that you could help a lot of other people possibly prevent people from having the similar kind of experience to you. Because that's really what my message is. However, whatever kind of groups of people find me, it's I think I basically I haven't went down the route of talking more about like things like specifically sort of ADHD and stuff like that because it's a bit random, isn't it? If this is a twin flame channel and I'm like talking about it. But I suppose if I want to, fuck it, if I want to, I can do it. But I think I'd more than likely just have another channel. But the point is, it's the heart's desire. I'm not feeling called to do that right now. I think I will at some point, to be honest, at a different point in my life. But it was just I love when I see other people, like you said, like that young guy I saw. Like I'm like fucking good for him because it takes balls. Let's be honest, it takes major balls and courage to break away from the crowd, especially when you're a guy, because guys' pals can be dicks. Sorry, I'm just going to say it's true. Girls' pals can be a bunch of bitches as well, but it's like, you know what I mean? You can just get slagged for like being different than that and doing something cool. And it's like, but that, like I keep saying with Pluto and Aquarius, you're gonna if you're not doing something unique and different, because this is Aquarius has been about unique and different, right, and diverse, and if you're not doing something unique and different and following your heart and standing out from the crowd and not afraid to be different, basically, if you're sticking with the crowd to not stick out like a sore thumb, that's actually the people that are going to be getting left behind in these times. I'm just being real with you. So, you want to really be doing things like following your heart and stuff like that. Anyway, awesome. I like it. Right. Okay. So, and that's why I feel they showed me that because I get guided to different things like this all the time, but it's so like you said, I just feel that's a start of a lot of definitely. So I can feel this very partially. I just feel maybe this one is for one of maybe this is literally quite literally for like a young guy. That guy looked like he was in his 30s or something, like early 30s, I would say. So maybe that could be relevant. But again, if you're older than that, you could be a lot older than that, you could be younger than that. It's just you could be a woman too. Um, how my current career situation is preparing me for big things. So let's shuffle these new ones. Oh shit! Oh, I knocked these things over. Well, there's two new decks here, but there was one that I'd ordered ages ago, which is you'll see it's very suited. And again, it's what I have been doing with people for years with their business. So I was quite excited when I saw it. Right, so what how is how my current situation is preparing me for bigger things. So it's not me, it's you. So how your current situation is preparing you for bigger things. Like I said, whether you're already teaching young people or something, however that fits for you, following your heart, or you're trying to make a decision about doing something like that to educate people about something that you've got a lot of knowledge and experience, and basically you'd be able to help them with it. Um, Even if you're at the start of that, like don't be intimidated by people that have got a lot of experience, because it's like when I get people that are jealous of me and that throughout all the years, like, there'll always be somebody that rears their ugly head like that. It's kind of like find the mentors and teachers and guides that can teach you to be the best version of yourself with what you're good at. Like rather than sitting there being green-eyed monster about somebody that's good at what they do, and I'm only able to say that because I've moved through all of that. You know what I mean? Like whenever I had feelings that were similar to that, I'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, why am I thinking that? That's not like come away. You have basically I'm being brilliant. This is shadow work. If you have feelings like that when you're watching somebody, catch yourself while you're doing it and be like, wait, where's this coming from? Where am I not following my own dreams that I'm feeling like that? And what I would say as well is like, say if you do find yourself like rolling your eyes or I don't know that I feel like this is true, rolling your eyes or like being jealous or being envious or something like that, I would actually encourage you to be like, right, cancel, clear and delete. Like, I'm sorry for thinking that and actually I'm just gonna take this trigger to focus on my own shit. You know what I mean? Like, but that takes work. That really does take deep, deep work to move through that. But I can help you with that, you know what I mean? Because these are all natural things and it's things people need to talk about. But as we follow our own unique calling and don't try to copy people and don't fall into envy and jealousy and just toxicity, really, because, jealousy is the root of all evil. It really is. So is money, but yeah, rather than being like, oh, that person's got years more experience than me, and it's going to take ages to get there. Like start now, and start building what you're good at, and before you know it, you're going to be doing your thing. You know what I mean? Um, many. Cho- this is hilarious. Wait, look, many choices, and we've got time to decide. Opportunities around when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Is it meant to say that? Or is it meant to say home? Look at all your options. It does say opportunities around when you're in a dilemma, all roads lead to Rome. Because there's something specific about Rome. Um, how my current situation is preparing me for bigger things. So they're just reiterating, wait a minute, that'd be a good thumbnail. I don't know if that's going to be in the shop. Um, that you're in a dilemma, you're trying to make a decide and you've got lots of choices. I feel like this might be something like you've got a choice of like whether to keep this as a dream, yeah, that's all right. Whether to keep this as a dream or actually pursue it. Moving up. Career is on the rise, new offers and opportunities, salary increase, go to the next level. Yeah, I love that. Geeking out on this shit. The next level for you, I'm gonna have to, I'll be sitting here forever if I don't stop because I'm getting too excited doing this, but it's like the next level for you, if this is resonating with you, is don't just keep it a dream. You're on to something, but you need to make a decision. You need to take action. It's kind of like when I was getting all the downloads to do this, right? I'm actually having so much fun doing this, and it's not, it's, it feels better than what, it felt really exciting when I was getting all the downloads about it, but it actually feels more exciting. I can't really describe because you're like, Claire, you're just doing what you do all the time, but it doesn't, it feels different. And I think it's because this isn't talking about the love part of it. This is actually, because this is a huge part of the twin flame journey is there's so many people that are reading about the love and the connection, which is beautiful. It's divine love. It's what I'm here to channel about. It's, the revelations. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for a long time, for lifetimes. And I still do that. And I actually, if I will probably be after my client session now because I'm going to in a few minutes do the other one. But I probably will do a twin flame therapy too. So, but it's nice doing this too because long before you're in a reunion or a union with your twin flame, you have to follow your dreams. You know what I mean? You have to find what inspires you. Like I said on the live last night, I'm all about my work. And the people I love, my family, my friends and stuff. But like I said, it's like my friends has went down a very small group of people, but it's kind of like, and obviously I'm passionate about you as well, and even if you're new, soul family. But it does light me up. It's in my astrology chart. So whether I was with somebody romantically right now or not, it's still that's the truth about my chart. I'm very ambitious and love to help people with their goals and dreams, and I'm passionate about it, and we need more movers and shakers and dreamers and that in the world. So if you're good at, like I said, like there's people in my life that have, been inspired to follow similar kind of, dreams and goals and that, and it's, and I encourage people with that because there's not enough people that need to do it, that are doing it. People stay in fear. Right, anyway. Um, where my career needs to go next. So where your career needs to go next. Public, look, public face. Follow your heart, become who you want to be, earn a reputation. It's okay to be yourself. That is so in line with what I just said as well. Maybe I feel this is something about, right? You might have a fear of being more public, being more seen. And again, if you're brand new to me, it's important that you might be watching me thinking, wow, she's really confident, she's really comfortable at what she's doing, blah, 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 or whatever it is. I don't know what you think, right? Or you might think, oh, I'm not into this, and you click on to somebody else. The point is, yeah, I'm really comfortable and confident in what I do, but that took work, and I have been doing this a long time. So don't judge your day one if that's what it is, or your day 40 on somebody that's on like 10 years of working in the public. That's ridiculous, you know what I mean? But what you can do is you can book a session and I can help you with where you're at if you resonate with me, or you can go to somebody else you resonate with. You know what I'm saying? um but just don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck, because that these cards about many choices, it reminds me of when you've got a choice point, it's actually better to, and this, remember, I teach people to quantum leap and jump to their highest timeline by having a paradigm shift. It's better to make a decision right now to not make a decision about this because you're too indecisive. Like, I'm just not going to make a decision about this. I'll make a decision later. Rather than staying stuck, like, if that makes sense, it's staying stuck in like that mode for years, some people, like do something about it. And again, I can only say that because coming from experience, some ideas I take years to implement. Like some things I don't implement for like 5 years and blah, 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 2 years, some things it's 6 months. Whereas now I've got it quite close down to like I was getting inspired with a lot of these ideas like a few nights ago when I couldn't sleep, and I'm putting them out now. So some of this was ages ago. So yeah, but yeah, you're meant to be in the public. So I do feel this is maybe like it's that probably maybe it's exactly something similar to that. Like, that's a young guy that's having a bit of a pivot in his career, which already was doing well. So that's um I'm actually just thinking, I was like, because it was that kind of like interesting that I was like, yeah, anyway, if that comes up again, but it's just, I was like, oh, I've never seen this, but it's probably because I'm not on all the other platforms. Because it's now they're flashing up. It's reminding me of another guy that was blowing up like TikTok and stuff like that. Like, like in Scotland, I mean, and it's kind of like I remember and it was a friend of mine at the time who said, and I was like, that's fucking brilliant, by the way. Because it's like I keep saying, people could get slagged for doing stuff like that. And I hope these guys know I'm getting chills. I feel like I want to start crying or something. It's like I hope these guys know, like, to push through the shit that you get for doing stuff like that, or a girl, but I feel I'm talking to guys because you're inspiring people and you're making a difference in the world. And what are the gossips and the people around you doing? You know what I mean? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Right, so or get doing it, whoever this is for. Um, because you're meant to be in the public. So again, you might be in the public eye already. Obviously, the guy's video that I saw the other day was in the public because his video was, well, I suppose you could, yeah, it's going viral because if it's getting sort of shown to more people, that is, and if I think anything over 1,000 views is considered viral. Um, a skill I need to nurture so I can move ahead. I'm just going to stick with this deck. Vacation. Start a perfect vacation, enjoy the freedom, take time to recharge. So maybe it's you're needing a bit of a holiday or a vacation, but you're needing a bit of a break to get your head together to decide what you want to do next. Expression, open up your heart and connect with others. Express your creative self, right? Boom, drop the mic. Fucking love that. Boom, drop the mic. This might be something to do with singing and shit like that. This is so funny. This is so like, if other people have saw that video that I've saw, you'll know what it's about. Um, But yeah, that because actually, but now they're showing me they're flashing up. I can think of somebody else I've worked with that is a very good singer. That's a female that is doing well on other platforms and stuff like that too. But again, it's like because that's what I mean. I build basically. I if you're new to me, or even if you're not knowing, you didn't know this because I've had to overcome my fear of being seen. Because, like I say all the time, I might come to life and be really animated in that when I'm doing this, but actually, when I'm not doing this, I like to be myself or I like to be with people close to me. But most of the time, I like to be myself. I'm going to keep it real. If I had a boyfriend, I would spend time with him if he had time for me. Which, by the way, when I ever do come to get a boyfriend, he will have time for me. You know, it's like doesn't need to be all his time, but you need to choose a boyfriend or your partner or somebody who actually wants to spend time with you, basically. But and love until then, love spending time yourself, kind of thing, and that is who you'll find the person you're meant to be with. Or in Twinflame's case, that is who they'll match your energy when they're ready. Um, and that can take years. So just you focus on you. Anyway, it's nearly 555, so I do kind of want to. What have we got for to wrap this up? Oh, there's a love card, cheeky love card in here. Cupid! Love is in the air when Cupid's around. Wow. And that's not meant to be in there, but we all know it's meant to be. Unlimited ideas, you're getting those ideas about this. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action and allow these ideas to come to fruition. I'm telling you, if someone like me has got ADHD or something, you're getting loads of ideas. Focus on your priorities. You need to do my challenge. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And like I said, I don't need to be an ADHD coach or anything officially to let you know that I've been helping people with that for years. So if you do feel guided to me, I can help you. Or you can find one of these amazing, guys or girls or whatever that are out there to help you. Oh, it's 555 now anyway. I'm going to, I will be doing 555 because technically it won't be 555, but right. So these are cards that weave astrology and business. So let's see what comes out and then I'll finish it. So like I said, I really loved this. And what I'll do is I'll no bother watching it back. It's, there's nothing that I've said that's, whatever. I will watch it back, but what I mean is I'll publish it right away. Um, so, and if you want to book a session like this, look out for the community tab. I'll put a post up about that, or just book the session. It's scroll down in the community tab. So, air. reason. So you are the reason. Sacred messenger. But look, see, that's what I've just done. My North Node is in the eighth house in Gemini. And that's about hard delivering hard truth. And I feel that there was a lot of hard truths in this, particularly about, not Gemini is like your community too. It's your siblings, but in this case it's your community. And I feel there's a strong message coming through about not letting your surroundings hold you back with your big dreams and goals and go for it. Like some of these people I've mentioned that are going for it, they're not like hanging about waiting. And actually, it's quite exciting. I'm just what there's this might involve like moving away from where you are because it depends how you look at it, right? Because it's like I actually live like where I'm from, but and I don't really want to go too into that, but anyway, it's not that. But what I'm trying to say is like this is in some ways where I live is a close knit. Well, it just is, not some ways. For some people's experiences, it's a close knit community, but for me, it doesn't feel like that. I don't feel like I'm in it. I live here, but I don't feel like I'm a part of it, and I kind of like it that way. My family are. I mean, Grace, my dad's totally like in amongst it, and fucking hell, talk about famous. He's bloody, you know what I mean? It's like and he deserves it because he does a lot of good for the community and everything. But the thing is like, and my mum too. My mum's like, she's shire, but what I'm trying to say is, it's like I'm not really about that, guys. Like I can't stand things like these wee cliquey groups and online groups and shit like that. And I like it the way that we do it here, but. I just have images of me being stoned, like a witch, or she's a witch. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but if that's not the way that my actual close knit community see me and stuff like that, but it's yeah. I mean, again, my niche is twin flames, so it's and I help enough of them that I've not actually got the time to help. But they don't come to me anyway. Like I don't have people booking sessions with me that are in the twin flames. So do you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm always open for that to change. And actually, I have been getting downloads about. I actually want to help older people in my community. That's what I feel really passionate about. But anyway, so yeah, but I feel there's something about like that's I've spoke about things like coaching or singing or things to do with your voice. And as I said last night, the voice is a huge part of my calling. It's how I heal people. Um, even right down to when oh yeah, because I sing. See, I always forget that. Like I'm not a singer, but I sing in a jokey and jest way. And again, even now and again, some people are like, God, that was really good. But that's not my goal. I'm not claiming to be a singer, but it's I love singing. And they just channel and I'm very Lemurian, very I work with the light beings and it's very that it's playful, it's fun. So do your thing, but sacred messenger, you've got a message to share. Um but you're stuck in your head about it. Air. Luck. Yeah. Fortuna. And that also is about I'm not going to read it from the book actually. In your chart, like if you book a session, I'll be able to tell you um how you can actually make money from what you're good at. So inspire people but actually make money from it too. So, because that's actually what they remind me is like, who knows, like, a lot of, I really do feel a lot of like men and women, young people at really any age are going to go to like people like myself, like I heard like psychic consultant there, but like but this has been happening for years, like, where you can get like I've said before, like um I've helped people in the public eye, like I'm not going to claim like, oh, I've helped people that are like super duper famous, but I've definitely helped people. I've helped other people connected to people that are very well known. And lots of things like that. Like, and I've read for people where I've actually given them warnings about things to do with their career. Um, yeah, so actually I have. I think I probably have at some point. Like, but I'm very good. It's like how I say every time to stretch that to if you're another YouTuber, but definitely if you're another twin flame healer or YouTuber or whatever, and you're kind of like you don't know who to go to for your help, um, come to me as like, the twin flame counselor or like, be a sounding board to help you with that. You know what I mean? Like everybody needs somebody. I feel like I want to break it, but everybody needs somebody to listen to them, especially if you've got a lot of clients and people that are leaning on you for support. Like, actually, you're going to burn out if you don't have somebody you can trust. And I feel quite passionate about it. I can tell when I'm watching other people, like, they don't actually get the help and support that they need. I can feel it. Might be wrong about some people, but I can feel it strongly when I watch quite a few people. And I get it because it's like, oh, I don't know who to trust with my stuff. So you might not trust me either, but I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, I'm going to end that there. That was really fun. And I'm going to I'll publish it right away or I'll publish it after, but I'm going to get on to the next one now because I've got my client in a bit. So see you later. Book a session if that resonated, or even if you like the way I done it and you want me to pick up on whatever your thing is. Could I end this?